Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a good day or have a good day. Chimney, bottom tier, Chimera, try hard mode, lots of bounty equipment, running food, the whole 9 yards. Sort of hoping that maybe along the way I can get a 6,500 damage, 5 kill win. That's a tough ask at tier 8, but you know, this is a fairly overtuned tank. Pretty good tier 8 medium tank. I do decently well in it. But what we're going to talk about today is one of those games where you play well, you're doing your best, you actually pull something back from what looks like a sure loss, and then all right, so we are on Himmelsruhenbergdorf. I'm going to head up to the middle. A lot of times lately I've been going into town, but this time bottom tier, medium tank. Not a fantastic turret. A little bit weak on the turret. Also, the problem with this tank is it's got that flat face on it, which is not very bouncy. It's okay thickness, but not very bouncy in terms of angles. So this tank does tend to eat shots in the face, unfortunately. So we'll zing on up here. It's not a particularly fast tank. What it has going for it, though, is it will thump you with, I think, 440 alpha. Yes, 440 alpha. A decent amount of pen, as I recall. Here we got 252 with the gold round, and we're sitting at 218 for a medium. That's not bad. So Centurion AX has moved in there, and we've got some guys kind of filtering up into the small town. I'm going to spend a lot of time on this part of the map sort of trying to shoot guys. The VZ, I don't know if he's just lucky or he knows exactly how far he can go without being shot from here, but he dances on the edge of that for a long time. So I get a couple guys coming up here, and everything looks copacetic. We kind of get off to an okay start. We're a few hit points behind, but of course I don't know exactly everything that's going on over there outside of my draw distance. We're doing okay over here. We got some TDs in the back, and I'm just looking for a shot. That AX comes out. I'm hoping I get a shot on him. Maybe the T95 is going to feel good and push through the middle. We'll see what happens with that. That guy just drives out. I put a shot on him. I was not aware that that particular... Let's see if I can get a little further out to see it. Piece of rubble exposed you so much. Or maybe he just came out further back and the angle was bad for him. That was very strange that I had a nice shot onto his hole. I sort of expected to get abused by the Centurion. What I really want to do is go over here and get behind this rubble pile. The reason I'm not doing it, and I would maybe have some shots down the middle, is I really feel like that Centurion AX, that tier 10, would just have his way with me. Right? My turret would be poking out. He would be consistently penning my turret, and that would suck. And then I see this 274 alpha. Is he really going to come across here? Oh, very nice. We'll just shut him down. Back out of this thing. And cover up on the rubble right there. Turn back around and see what's going on. And then I just... Holy cow, what a nice timing shot on his part. I was still lit, probably, and I just backed right into that. That really sucked. But we'll get a shot on that guy. Drop a 464. That's a great roll. Maybe we'll get another shot. Long reload on this, which is unfortunate. Yeah, you've got the 440 alpha, but then you've got that super long reload. So other mediums would have got another shot in there. But of course, they're not dropping 464. So I think the end result, had I shot twice with a lower alpha and hit twice, I would have been somewhere around the same damage. And then he comes out here and we tap him. He gets hit again and he survives, which is unlucky. I'm like, oh, he had a repair kit. Char's kind of getting hit. Will I get this shot in? Come on, baby. Boom. So what I did is I aimed about as far over to the right against the edge of that wall as I could, waiting for the reload, and I was just holding the mouse button down. So that as soon as that, yeah, see that? He just pops out and pops me for 373. So we're trading very similar. We're trading very similar alphas right there. And that went right through the turret, I believe. He may have got into the hole, but I'm pretty sure we got some turret. Hard to tell with the lighting here. I'm getting closer because I can see it better. Not sure, actually. It's hard to see. There does seem to be a couple holes right there. So that's what I was worried about. I'd love to go north to the north side of their buildings over here. This spot right here would be fantastic to go to. But I'm probably going to get abused by the Centurion. Now we're starting to lose in town, and I'm starting to get worried now. The town's not doing well. It's 5-2. There's only, 4 guys down there. This guy comes out and snaps me again. Son of a biscuit. He's got a pretty good, accurate gun, so that's not that surprising out of the Centurion AX, but a little bit painful. Some extra shots in there I really didn't want to take, especially from that TNH when I drove right out in front of it. Because the problem is I'm now down to a one-shot to basically everybody. So I don't have any real options in trades. I have to take shots that I don't get trades coming back my way, and that's not great. Especially when you're losing the game like we're doing, and you'll see what happens later on. I want you to just sort of, we're going to pause this for a minute, sort of pay attention. And I haven't talked about it much. Also, why is my camera so washed out? I can't, it just randomly changes settings for some reason. It's so bizarre. Anyway, just kind of pay attention to where everybody is right now. All right. Just look over the mini map there and see what's going on. You can't pick your teammates, folks. Matchmaker does it. You show up in the game. You got to try to pay attention to what's going on in terms of the game. Get a feel for what the teammates are doing and whatnot. This was risky. Actually sneak a shot on that guy. He's unlucky he's moving at the exact moment that I come out there. The game was really getting out of hand, and I figured why not? Just take a peek and maybe we can sneak a shot on someone. So totally lucky, but we're up to 3,400 damage. But that lets me know that the 110E4, a Su-130, and an ISU are creeping around over here. And what has happened to my buddies up in the small village? They're dead, or they've bailed. So something I don't do as much as I should, and I recommend to you as something to do, is get out of bad situations, fall back. A lot of games can be won by running away bravely, Sir Robin. Go find another place, somewhere else where you can get some shots, force them to cross some open ground to get into you. And now you can see that I have joined these guys. And this leopard, foreshadowing, has more or less been here the whole time. I'll have to back it up, and I'll do that in a moment. I want to see where he was early to mid-game, because he has a big part in this game. So we're going to take some aiming in here so we can get a shot in one of these guys. There we go, but it bounces. The angle's bad on the 277. Down to 2 of my gold rounds. Did not get lit. So I shoot and courtesy back up. All right, shoot, courtesy back. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to get spotted, but why sit there? Just shoot back out. Did I get spotted? Nope. Okay, good. Now I can probably hang in here a little bit. Long reload. And we just sneak one in on the 103. And I do get lit that time, which surprised me. And very lucky. Holy cow, we'll take it. We'll take it. 3,887. Leopard's kind of come around here. He's got the nice gun. Okay. Okay. And I will tell you, I really hadn't noticed what he was doing during this game. So earlier when I said to look what he's doing, he's hanging out here with the WT. I'll have to back it up later. We'll see if he was actually over in the wagon wheel trying to get some sniper shots. But he fell back here pretty early. This is about where I sort of noticed that he was on the team. Right? Didn't pay much attention, was kind of fighting my own fight, and here he is. So he comes over here, and I feel like, all right, a full hit point leopard with that gun. Okay. Things are not great, but I'm starting to feel like we've got a bit of a comeback. Now, our map control is garbage, and what we really need to do is get rid of one side or the other. Very unlikely we're going to be able to handle the guys up here in the town by popping out, because they're going to see us, we'll see them maybe, and we can't push them, so it's just not going to happen. But this wagon wheel area could be interesting. And the reason I bring all that up at that point is I see the leopard making a move, and I go, all right, I like this. I'll hold here. Let's see if we can move in. Maybe he can take down the one shot. The 103 is a one shot. The 277 is pretty close to it. Actually, it looks like the 277 is a two shot. So I'm going to back out. I'm like, all right, Leopard, keep moving. There is an IS-3 too. And then I see the Scorpion wandering around up here. I don't know why the WT doesn't. Also, I don't know why the WT's sitting there in the open. He kind of, maybe he figures it out right there. I think somebody just shot at him because the shot came in right there. Maybe he got lit, actually. It's possible he got lit. So he's not the brightest tool, or the sharpest tool. The brightest bulb, the sharpest tool in the shed. And I'm thinking, all right, Leopard, I like what you're doing. Man, if you can clean out the 277 who's nearly dead, we'll just hold here as best we can. Wow, okay, great. And I'm thinking, dude, this is looking up, and the WT makes kind of a foolish move here. I don't know why he would go here, but someone does light the Su-130. I just miss him. But I don't get lit, which is nice. That means there's nobody really close in those bushes there. I don't feel like I can break. And right then I was starting to do the calculus in my brain, like, can I get out of this spot? And then he does this. I'm like, nope, there's no way I can get away because he's going to spot me. Once I get far enough over to the west, there'll be line of sight from him, and they're going to see me. And more than likely, one of them will get me before I get to cover. So I'm watching the Leopard still. I'm like, all right, this Leopard is making some serious money right here. This is looking good. This is looking good. I really wish the WT wasn't doing what he was doing. Then he finds the IS-3 too. I'm like, all right, this is going to be great. Let's sneak around here and see if I can get a shot on the 110E4 maybe. Now he's creeping in. Look out, WT. So I'll just try to sneak a shot on this guy right here. Nope, dang it. Take a shot. Yep. Calculated risk. I knew I was going to get lit. We'll go ahead and turtle up here. Scorpions move around. IS-3-2 is dead. And it was at this point I went, oh my gosh, we probably have this. The Leopard with his vision and his great gun. We've got some support TDs back here that they're worried about. We've actually got a Progetto 46 up here with some decent hit points in a really nice position to kind of lock them down right there. This is looking good. All the Leopard has to do is move up through here or maybe further north and come out to this corner or maybe even sneak back into here. If he can sneak back along the A row over here and come out here and start kind of peeking and poking and finding them in two. Oh my gosh. I see this as a win. All right, put your votes up. Who thinks that's a win? Yeah, I think you all know what's coming here. There goes the Leopard. I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of the long way, but all right, he's being careful. We'll keep working here as best we can. Oh, that sucked. I really needed that. I really needed that. The Progetto died. That's not good. Now we're in big trouble down here. Right? And I'm like, all right, the Leopard's going to make his presence known soon. Leopard's going to make his presence known soon. The Leopard is going to make his presence known. Oh. You know, guys, I don't know. Once I looked at his record, he's a brand new player, not particularly skilled in terms of his results. He did a lot of damage. We sneak one in on that guy, just barely drops on his back deck there. Is he looking for Artie? Is he not looking at the minimap? I mean, he is new enough that it's very possible he's not really even looking at the minimap and the lights and going, ooh, they're all over here pushing my 3 TDs in the corner. So we got, yeah, educate. Oh, yeah, there was something about he needed to be in class or he was late or something. I don't know. But yet he's still playing, driving his Leopard around. I don't know. Why is my camera making me look like a ghost? I have changed nothing. I have changed not a single setting on that camera. Maybe I'd make it brighter. Is that helping? Ish. Maybe it wasn't light enough in here. It's not dark, though. Anyway, here we sit. Me and the 2 TDs all down to a 1-shot. The WT, for whatever reason, decides he needs to continuously move into the open. Not really. I didn't notice that before. There's actually a opening right there. Look at that. Look at that little slice between those buildings. Didn't know that was there. What's the leopard doing? I don't know. I really don't. Does he think maybe the ISU has come back and he's just being super, super careful? He sat there for a while. I say WTF is this Leo doing? Win the game, go to class. In that order, please. I mean, if you were late for class, would you not just get up and walk away? Park your leopard somewhere and move on? We lose the Su-130, and now it feels like things are getting out of hand. Or buy a nice notebook and do them both the same time. This is that discussion we've had on stream several times about not really knowing what's going through the mind of the other players and what the various situations are. I screw up right here. I should have just kind of been aiming in. I was worried about the 110E4, but I knew the other, yeah, so I just wasn't ready for the Su-130. He drives right around the corner. And naturally, unlike me, if I'd have done that, I would have missed or bounced. He zaps me. 4,300 damage, 859 assist. And we got the leopard. Now, there's a little more back and forth here that I'm not going to show. It's possible that yours truly had a few things to say to the leopard as well. I don't know. We lost. They jump on cap. He never actually gets to cap, which I can't comprehend either. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and he futzes around up there for so long. They jump a couple on cap, and they actually cap this thing out. It's a good example, though, for you guys out there. You know, based on the situation, the three of us stuck in the corner and the leopard that had cleaned up a flank, which I thought was a great move. He did really nice. He did exactly what needed to be done. He got out. I should have gone earlier as well. But being a one-shot, no votes, right? So that's bad on me for being so low hit points. A couple shots I didn't need to take in there. And I don't have options, so that hurts you. Now, he had options, and he bailed through. Whether he thought any of that or not, I have no idea. But the upshot of it is he took care of the flank, and I thought for sure he would rage with the speed of the leopard around. You know, and maybe he just doesn't know, or all the things we talk about. But for anyone's watching this, just from a learning aspect, this is a great example where the leopard could have done the I'm flanking. But he had to do it fast. We didn't have enough time really to let them take us down over here. And a couple of our guys were sort of wandering around constantly, not staying hidden as best they could. It's a tough spot based on them kind of grabbing this top corner up here where the Progetto was. I'm assuming the Progetto fired at somebody. He was probably getting pushed. So he got nuked up there. But this guy, this leopard, I mean, he really had a huge opportunity. So if you find yourself in this position sometime in the future, you've got a situation like that, sometimes the best defense is a good offense. Push into that flank, kill the near deads, and then find another way to start lighting the guys up that have your guys cornered. Because once he cleared those dudes out, we weren't really cornered anymore. The three of us were, but he was free to move around the map and start to change angles, get spots, do things. And it may have been that that's what he was trying to do. It just wasn't fast enough. Right? Typing about class and all those other things. It just wasn't fast enough. It doesn't matter really what the reason is. You know, time becomes a resource in this game at times. He didn't have time to be that careful, really, as he was losing the rest of his guns. If he could have showed up behind these guys, and look at all their hit points. They're all very low hit points. I mean, he gets in there with us, 2 or 3 of us still alive. He gets in behind them and starts lighting and shooting them, and they have to react, and then we are able to come out and take some shots. They collapse pretty quickly. We win this game, I think, pretty easily if he gets in there. So, it's unfortunate he didn't. Had a decent game at 4,300. He also had a good game. I think I might have done a little bit more. I don't remember if I had a blind shot in there. Maybe not. He actually, I think, does more damage than me slightly, or maybe it's slightly less, 39, something like that. Has a good game, basically, but just wasn't able to close it out. And these are those close games where the difference between 50 and 55% win rate, really. You pick up 3 or 4 or 5 of these kinds of games where you actually have an opportunity. And that's out of 100, right? I mean, out of 100 games, there's probably, 10 or so that you can make a huge difference on. And if you can turn those 10 into 6 wins and 4 losses or 7 wins and 3 losses, that's the difference in being somewhere, 50, 55%. All right. That's all I've got for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. A little bit of a heartbreaker there, but what can you do? We will see you.